Hello everyone! Let's travel back in time again to impersonate the Lord of Terror and rewrite history by defeating Koth, Shaman King of the Barbarians. A battle as brutal as it is rewarding. The assault on Mount Arreat is a fight that closely resembles the Binding of Baal encounter. The difference this time is that instead of elemental damage, the enemies deal physical damage, which can turn out to be much more dangerous. We also shapeshift into a Lord of Hell, but instead of Baal, we will be taking the role of Diablo. The reward is a real treat for physical damage builds. The Sacred Worldstone Key grants up to 50% enhanced weapon damage, which is a significant damage boost for warriors and archers. Additionally, up to 30% total character defense is a welcome amount of extra armor for any character. To reach the fight, one must travel to the Arreat summit in Act 5, while having at least level 110. One can get there by using the Ancient's Way waypoint, and then finding the right exit to the peak of the mountain. On the summit, a new enemy can be found running around called Narthal, a regular melee barbarian fighter which you might have stumbled upon while doing the original Diablo 2 Rite of Passage quest. He will be there regardless of the quest progression, and defeating him will open a portal to the assault on Mount Arreat arena. Leave a town portal open next to Narthal's portal, for the lockout of the fight is 2 minutes. This will give you the opportunity to return to the fight if you are quickly overwhelmed at the beginning and need an extra try to get to a favorable position. Inside the arena, a character is transformed into the Lord of Terror and greeted by a horde of axe-throwing barbarian shamans and their king. In Diablo form, only the character's appearance and the combat speeds are affected, but the casting speed suffers a severe handicap. Shapeshifters have a special advantage in this fight as they can retain their original animation frames. King Koth is vulnerable to damage from the beginning, but that doesn't mean we can simply go in crossbows blazing. The shamans have a strong ranged physical attack and two main mechanics. One is summoning untargetable guard towers that shoot arrows at the player. The second is summoning traps that release axes in all directions and stun. King Koth has a powerful melee attack and the barbarian skill Fortress, which summons a ring of guard towers instead of a single one. He can also place the same traps as his shaman minions. The key of the fight is to use the pillars at the edges of the arena to avoid all the ranged damage coming from the horde of barbarians and their toys, while taking out the shamans in smaller groups until King Koth remains alone and is easier to manage. The traps are very hard to spot, and their stun effect is not only terribly annoying but can be lethal if triggered close to a large group of shamans or in the center of the arena. If one can survive the onslaught enough to take King Koth down, the reward is well worth it. Thanks, and see you in the next one.